Hey guys, it's Amy here, and today I bring you the Anything But Books tag. So I was tagged by the lovely Adam at Memento Mori to do this video. I will leave his channel linked down below and his video as well. So grab yourself a cup of tea. I have picked up a strawberry and raspberry tea today, and let's just have a lovely chat. Question number 1 is name a cartoon or cartoons that you love. So like old school Scooby-Doo, and there was a program called Hong Kong Phooey, which was like a dog, and I think he was like a detective or something, and he also could do like kung fu and things like the Wacky Racers and like those like old school like Tom and Jerry and things like that. Question number 2 is what is your favourite song right now? Hands down, that has to be Fake It by Bastille. I love their new album, the Wild World album, but Fake It definitely has to be my absolutely favourite. Like, I put that song on and I belt it out and I just love it. Bastille are like such a good band if you want to just sing really loudly to songs and just get all like emotional. And if you haven't listened to Bastille's new Wild World album, I would highly recommend. I went and saw them on tour and it was just fantastic. Question number 3 is what could you do for hours that isn't reading? The only answer I could think of this, and to be honest, like I'm pretty boring when it comes to doing things other than reading, is probably watching TV shows that I like. I don't often watch films. I'm a bit rubbish at sitting down and watching a full length film. Unless it's a film I already know I enjoy, then I'm quite happy to watch it. And I'm also a bit iffy about starting new TV shows for some reason. I have this like really weird thing where like if I like something and I know I like it, then I'm happy to do and spend time on that. But until I know I like something, I'm like really wary to spend my time on it. So I don't often start new TV shows unless someone has like really highly recommended it to me. And I quite often rewatch TV shows which I've seen like numerous times before. Like I've seen all 7 seasons of Buffy the Vampire Slayer like at least 5 times over. Probably more than that, to be honest, because I've been watching them ever since I was like 11 or something. Question number 4 is what is something you love to do that your followers would be surprised by? It's a really difficult question because I'm thinking like you guys don't really know me other than the bookish side of me, so like anything else might surprise you. I don't know. I guess maybe like the music that I'm into. Like I do really enjoy like things like Bastille and the more kind of commercial stuff, but I also me and my boyfriend really like reggae and like drum and bass and that kind of like rave music. So we do go to like all night raves and like festivals where it's just partying the whole time, which I guess, I don't know, maybe you guys don't really see me as a person who would do that. I don't know what you guys think about me, but yeah, there you go. I like staying up all night raving with glitter on my face and having a fantastic time. Question number 5 is what is your favourite unnecessarily specific thing to learn about? This can be to do with books, I guess. I guess you guys kind of already know the kind of specific bookish things, I guess, that I really like, which is like World War like specific things. I've read quite a lot of that in the past year, but I did think of an answer which was quite funny. Like it's not something that I purposely meant to learn, but I ride a Vespa scooter and I have done since I was like 17, and so I have this really weird knowledge of the drain covers in the city that I live in, because if you didn't know, when you're riding a bike, if it's rainy and there's metal drain covers, it gets them very slippery, and so it's like, you know, you might fall off. So I just have this really weird knowledge of like where all the drains are, so like I can just ride along without even really looking down at the drains because I know like where they're gonna be, so I can avoid them when it's raining. Such a random thing to know about, but it does always make me laugh when I'm like in a car with someone and like driving around the roads that I know and I'm thinking, oh, there's a drain, oh, there's another one. Like, what a random thing to keep in your head, hey? It's quite funny. Number 6 is what is something unusual you know how to do? I mean, I don't know if we'd even call it unusual, but I know how to do the Rubik's Cube, and I actually intended to like get a Rubik's Cube and show you guys, but I have lost them all and I don't know how because I had like 6 of them. I mean, I've got my, oh, there it is, very dusty, like 4x4 one. This one's harder to do, it takes me longer and I kind of need to sit down and really concentrate on it. But the 3x3 I can do. I think the fastest time I did a 3x3 was like a minute and a half. I mean, that's not fast compared to like people on YouTube who can just like do it in like 10 seconds, but for me that was quite an achievement, and I think I just taught myself how to do it over like one summer, and I think once you've learned how to do it, like the algorithms, like you just then have it in your head forever and it never leaves you. So yeah, I can do the Rubik's Cube, but I'm sorry, like you'll just have to believe me on that one because like I don't have one here to show you. Question number 7 is name something you've made in the last year and show us if you can. Oh, like in Adam's video, like he was talking about all of his sketches, and his sketches are wonderful. Guys, go and watch that video or go and follow him on Instagram because he is a fantastic artist. I am like the least creative person, like actual like like making things with my hands. Like, I don't really do that a lot. I guess we could like mention my Instagram because I take pictures of books. Like, I did a degree in photography, so you'd expect it to be okay. So hopefully you like my pictures. If you want to go and follow me, you're very welcome to do that. The only other thing that I can think that I've been making in the last year is like day to day, I, through being a vegetarian, have now had to like completely change my diet to not include meat, and through doing that I've now like created all these really tasty recipes of like vegetarian chili, vegetarian curries. Like, I love spicy food. So yeah, I guess like I've been making really tasty dishes for myself like every single day, but I don't really show you guys that. Like, let me know if you want to see food anywhere on any of my social media, because I don't really like put it on anywhere, but I suppose I could like Instagram story my dinner or something. If you want to know how I make it, let me know. Question number 8 is, what is your most recent personal project? Okay, I guess this, like, taking it to the very personal level, my boyfriend has been away on deployment for the past 3 months or so, and I don't know when I'm going to put this video up, but he may already be back by the time this video goes up, so that's exciting. So because we had that space and I had time to really focus on myself, and because I've been doing all this healthy eating and vegetarianism, and I don't know if you guys saw on my Instagram, but I like talked about my weight loss that I've had in the past year. I've lost like over 3 stone. So that has been like a really big part, but I have not really focused on exercising, purely because my boyfriend's here, and when I have the weekend time, I want to spend that weekend time with him rather than exercising, and I'm just like, I fill my time with other things rather than exercise. I really pushed myself in the last month to do at least half an hour of exercise every day. I've been doing the Blogilates videos on YouTube, so if you're not a person like me maybe who doesn't like going into the gym or like running outside in public, like that, just, I hate that. I hate people like, no, I just don't want to run around outside in public. Anyway, if you are like that and you don't really like doing things in public, then get yourself a roll mat, like to go on the floor, and follow Blogilates, because it's essentially what you would pay to go to the gym to have with money, but you can just do it at home and watch it on your iPad. She's brilliant. She's really encouraging. Now I've just really got into setting aside the time each day to do a chunk of exercise, which is so unlike me, and it's kind of scared me a bit. I feel like, what's going on? Amy is like changing here. But I guess I've just come to the point in my life where I've realised, like, this is my body, it's gonna be here, like, I need to look after it, so there we go. Question number 9 is, tell us something you think about often, maybe while staring out of windows. That's pretty deep, to be honest, and I don't know if you guys know, I never know if I've mentioned stuff on my channel before, but I am a real worrier. Like, I have quite severe anxiety, and so, like, I don't really have times when I'm just like quietly doing nothing or not thinking about anything, because like I'm constantly worried about something. Like, even just little things, you know, I'll come home at the end of the day to go to bed and then run over, and it's like my brain turns on and runs over everything that's happened in that day to make sure that I haven't upset anyone or done anything which might cause like a problem, whatever. It's horrible. So literally, if I'm staring out a window, I'm probably worrying about something, or like just like thinking about the bigger world and worrying about like life and all the meanings and stuff. Like, I'm a real worrier. Like, if you're a worrier too, let me know in the comments. And the final question, question number 10, is give us something that's your favourite, but make it something oddly specific. Not like your favourite food, but like your favourite food when you've studied for hours and forgotten to eat. That's a bit of a complex question. I think I can tie this answer in with the last question. Because I worry so much, and because like my head is just constantly filled with things, like unless I'm like physically speaking to someone or doing something like this, or like engaged in some sort of like activity, then I'm constantly worrying, like in silence to myself. So my favourite thing to do if I'm like feeling particularly anxious and a bit worried is to just listen to music. So for instance, in the mornings, my family always have the news on the TV, and that I can't watch the news at the beginning of the day, because generally it sets me up for having a really anxious day. If there's something that's like happened, or something, you know, like a disaster has happened, or like someone's been shot, or any of those kind of things, it just sets me up for having a horrible day. Like I feel so anxious like for those people or whatever has happened, so I tend to have my music in the morning so that I can just like focus on the music and not think about anything else. I'd love to know if any of you guys have anxiety and what you kind of do, like any of your like strategies for helping kind of relieve that anxiety. So that is the end of the questions. Thank you so much, Adam, for tagging me. So I'm going to tag Sophie from Portal in the Pages, Lorna from Suddenly Lorna, and Joss from Scribbles Reads. I don't know if you guys have already done this video, I hope you haven't, but if you do, share with me. Join me in the comments if you'd like to chat. As always, I will leave links to Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, everything I've mentioned today down below. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and I will see you soon. Bye!